of loosetooth.com, and I help you reclaim drawing as your best thinking tool so you can see and shape your life and your work in new ways. And I am in the studio today, and I just finished a video for my online course, my core curriculum in visual thinking, called the Agerbeck Method, your 90-day visual thinking transformation. So in this course, I walk you through 90 daily lessons helping you build your foundation, the foundation of your visual thinking practice. This particular day lives in this particular module in the course. So this is actually a representation of the 9 modules, 10 days apiece through the course that we go through one by one, building up that foundation. And today's lesson that I was filming was from shape. And I want to just tell you a little tiny bit, give you kind of a sneak peek about this idea of working with a fixed shape or working with a found shape. I also do talk about this in the Idea Shapers, the power of putting your own thinking into your hands. So the idea is that we have 2 options here with how we either shape our thinking with a predetermined structure, or we discover the shape of our thinking through the gift of the blank page. And just very overview, you can definitely find more details in the book, the Idea Shapers. You can find it in the course, the Agerbeck Method. But there's these 2 general options of, do you work with a fixed shape? And the idea here is there'd be some kind of structure, and as you're working, you're looking to fill in each part of the structure. Another way of looking at this is it's a directed drawing. There's definitely a structure you are starting with and working within. So an appeal of fixed shapes is you're starting with structure. There's that sense of, okay, I've got a handle on this. I know what my job is. In contrast, a found shape, you do not know what the shape of this structure is. You discover the shape of this structure as you do your visual thinking work. Now, I think that discovery is where it's at. I think that's why these found shapes or these emergent shapes are such beautiful ways of working. But you also don't know where you're going. And for a lot of folks who really crave this kind of structure, these found shapes feel very scary and uncomfortable, because you know, that is sort of the, folks talk about, the terror of the blank page. It's just all that white. What am I going to do with it? Because there's definitely that sense of there's so many possibilities. Now, for me, so many possibilities. That's fantastic. And definitely what I'm encouraging, throughout my books, throughout my courses, is getting more and more comfortable with giving yourself that gift of that blank page so you can see what emerges in your work, to give you a whole lot of wonderful foundation in what are your choices, what are the meaningful choices you're making as you're making that drawing that gets you to more and more discovery, more and more thinking, more and more critical thinking, more and more understanding and meaning making because you sit down and make that drawing. So that's just a tiny little sneak peek of just one aspect, one day of the 90 in the Agerbeck Method. You can always also find this information in the chapter in the Idea Shapers, the very first Idea Shaper of the objective. So creating some sort of sense of what are your visual choices given the task at hand, given the objective you're looking to meet. So just a very quick thing, fixed. Think about whether you are more inclined to use fixed shapes where you already have a structure and you're filling in the boxes, or are you more inclined to use found shapes where you're discovering the shape through your process? And feel free to comment or ask questions below, and thank you so much for watching.